Hey guys, what's going on? It's Tyson Brown here, and in today's video, I want to share with you a couple tips that I used when I was on holidays to keep lean and to actually lose body fat. So recently I was on a cruise that I was on for 7 days. It was the P&O cruise, and I went from Brisbane all the way out to Vanuatu and then back around. And it was a really good 7 days. I'm not the biggest fan of cruises now. I would much rather do something else because it's very restricting. But I still managed in that time to enjoy myself, to have fun with friends and family, to eat some pretty naughty food, but at the same time I still lost a kilo in that week, and I want to share with you guys how. So the first thing you guys want to do is be as active as possible. So when you think about it, if you're on a cruise ship, there's not a lot you can do. It's not huge, but it's not small either, but there's a lot of things that people do on the cruise ship where they just sit around all day and drink alcohol. Yes, you're on a holiday, I get it, you want to relax, but at the same time, if you sit around and drink alcohol for 7 days, you're most likely going to put on weight, or you're most likely not going to lose body fat. And if your goal's like mine to actually lose body fat and look good, you want to stay consistent. So the first thing to do is to not sit on your ass all day, every day. Try and be active. If you've got to go somewhere, walk around. If you've got to take, if you've got to go up or down a level or whatever, take the stairs. The whole trip, the whole 7 days, I took the elevator once, and that was to take a friend home. The rest of the time, I took the stairs. The cruise ship was 14 levels, and I climbed from the very bottom to the very top. When I'd go to the gym, which is the very bottom floor, all the way up to the top, which is where the top deck was. And I was just being as active as possible. As much, like, whenever you can be active, do it, okay? That's the first thing you need to focus on. It's not hard, it can just be little things, instead of taking the short route, just take a little bit longer walk, or it's just those little things that are gonna help you be consistent with your fitness. Because majority of the time, you will be sitting down. That's a given, you can't argue with it. Like, I was sitting down a lot of the time, but I made conscious decisions to be active. It doesn't matter whether on holidays or not, your body is not on holidays. The second thing you guys can do is to focus on your quality of food. Now, for me, I was on a P&O cruise, right? Which meant I was just like, I was in heaven. I had a buffet every day, breakfast, lunch, dinner buffet, it was awesome. But what I focused on first was my vegetables and lean sources of protein. So at the start of every meal, my whole plate, I had a huge plate, and all it was vegetables, salads, and lean sources of protein, because they had a lot of stuff there that was obviously covered in oil and not as nutritionally dense, but I always focused on the veggies and the protein lean sources first. And the reason you do that is because you're gonna feel fuller, which means when you go for your, let's say you do one plate of veggies and lean protein, and the second plate you might have a little bit less protein. On the third plate, you're not gonna eat as much food. So that means you're not gonna eat all those naughty snacks that are on there. You're not gonna have all the oily and greasy food and all the things that are actually gonna deter you from your fat loss goals. So number 2 is to focus on the quality of food you're eating and making sure you start with veggies and lean protein first. Number 3 is go to the gym. I mean, I know that you are on holiday mode and you should be relaxing, but think about it, an object that's in movement stays in movement. So when you stop going to the gym, when you stop exercising, it's harder for you to actually get back into the routine once you come back off holidays. And you can do so many different types of exercises wherever you are. Doesn't matter whether you have a gym or not. For me, I had a gym, and out of the 7 days, I only went 4 days. I didn't go every single day. But what I did was in those 4 days, made sure I just did things that I would do every day. Like I did the squats, I did the bench press, I did the movements that were gonna give me good results and that were gonna help me maintain lean muscle. Because if you start trying to lose weight and you don't go to the gym, you're actually gonna lose lean muscle mass, all right? Now, some of you go, but I'm on holidays, Tyson, I just wanna relax. Well, think about it. If you stop exercising now, how hard is it gonna be for you when you get back to the gym? Because for me, if I didn't exercise that whole week, I'd feel pretty lazy this coming week, and I probably actually wouldn't get back into the gym. Just because I'm a trainer and just because I like fitness doesn't mean it's not hard for me to actually get back into the gym too. So avoid the struggle of trying to get yourself back into movement and just focus. You can do bodyweight stuff. You've got push-ups, you've got bodyweight squats, you've got all those exercises you can do, whether you do have a gym or not. So that's 3 big tips you can focus on. Number 1 is just to be more active, walk wherever you can, take the stairs, don't be lazy when it comes to movement. Number 2 is focus on your quality of food. So start with lean protein sources, start with vegetables, and after you've had them, then go for your second plate where you can get a little bit more nasty. Then on your third plate, if you're still hungry, then go for the treats and the desserts. And the last thing you can do is just keep exercising. Make sure you stay in the gym or do body weight stuff. Do something that's going to move you further towards your goals, because that's the only way I still maintain losing body fat. I was eating good quality food and I was making sure that I was exercising and I was moving. It was 3 simple things and it made all the difference. Like, you know, I came back and I'm still lean. I was very surprised that I was actually a kilo lighter, and I was like, oh shit, well, I must have been doing a good job. So guys, I hope the video was informative. If you have any other questions about holidays or losing body fat, or let's say you are going on holidays and need some tips or something, make sure to comment down below. I'm happy to help you guys out. You know, I want to help you lose some body fat. I want to help you show that 6-pack, and I want to help you get the best results possible. So until next time guys, hope it was informative guys, and until the next video, I'll speak to you then.